how do you know you've got yourself a serious gunpla? Well, first off, you've got to check, does it have a RBB? That's a reinforced brown bottom. See, most normal gunpla have that standard weak gray bottom, but your serious gunpla, that's gonna have the brown one. Step 2 is that box so heavy it needs itself a handle on top. Only the most serious of serious gunpla have that handle to deal with all that plastic. So when it comes to Bandai's brand new Master Grade Extreme, does it pass the 2-step serious gunpla test? Well, it passes step 1, it's got an RBB, that's the reinforced brown bottom, but we do not have a handle on this box. So, it says in the box it's extreme, but I'm not quite convinced yet. Let's bust it open and find out. As usual, this video right here would not have been possible without those absolutely awesome people over at Hobbylink Japan, so if you do want a Master Grade Extreme, Unicorn, Gundam, Mecha, then link is down there in the description and a code for 5% off. Also, I'll mention they have a sale on right now that is almost over, so make sure to check that out as well. So without any further ado, this right here is what the Master Grade Extreme box looks like. So, in case you're not getting any idea of scale from this right here, this is about the size of a classic perfect grade box. Something like the Strike or something like that, in and around that size. Some bigger Master Grades are this size too. For example, I think the Double Zeta came in something in and around this size. It is smaller than the Fats Mecha was, as far as I remember, maybe the same size. But anyway, that's enough about the size of it. Let's take a quick look around the box. First off, a fairly typical-ish Mecha looking box, so you know what that means? Decals, 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 and decals. Taking a quick look at the first side, we've got the specs of the mobile suit right there. Everything that comes in the box, which is a whole lot of weapons. It's not a full armor by any means, but we've got quite a few things in here. Knowing Bandai though, expect to see a full armor sometime down the road. This is color changing, so it's even got better LED tech than we saw on the Perfect Grade, which is exciting. And all the way over here, we've got some of the details. So it looks like all the Psycho frame will be in a clear white. It transforms. We're seeing some of the decals here. I think that's what is shown in general is the decaling, individual different parts, etc. Looking cool so far. Let's flip this big boy all the way around to the other side. And here we've got a big old blurb about it. I'll pop that up individually on the screen right now so you can read that at your own leisure. There's a lot going on there. And just in case you're the type that doesn't like to read, the general gist is talking about what a Mecha kit is. Basically, protagonist mobile suits redesigned by Katoki Hajime. And then the second blurb is basically about what you're going to expect from this kit. That's new design and proportions, improved articulation, light up phenomenon, multi-layered armor, cool shield funnels, and the MS cage. But anyway, that's enough about the box. Let's open this up bottom first so we can get to the manual. So this is what you'll see once you open up the box. If you do open it from the bottom, we've got the LED unit over here, base on this side, a whole bunch of parts of the MS cage over here, and a fairly thick little magazine right here. And by magazine, I mean manual. It's just magazine sized and feels very nice quality wise. Just to briefly take a look through it, there's a whole load of detailing on the Master Grade Mecha itself, or should I say Master Grade Extreme Mecha. All the information on all of the runners in here. We've got quite a bit. The LED unit. This will need batteries. I do not have any batteries. Note to self, get batteries. It looks like the exact same LED unit we've seen before with the other kits, if I'm not mistaken. That would be the Perfect Grade Exia and the Perfect Grade Unicorn Gundam. Both reviews you can check on here if you wanna. And if you're gonna follow the instructions verbatim, you're gonna be building the base first, then wiring it up. Then you're gonna start with the chest. I hate starting with the chest. I like to start with the legs first. I like to watch it stand up. But this has an LED system in it, so I'm going to follow the instructions to a T so I don't screw up. So chest first, legs next. There's going to be quite a bit of wiring the LED strip through it. It's nice that it is all included, unlike the Perfect Grade. There is a lot of building going on here. Waist armor, a lot of information. This is probably an interview with Mr. Katoki himself. It seems like it is. And then we keep going on, build, arms, backpack. How many pages do we have for the transformation? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's quite a bit. And the MS cage looking pretty cool. Wow, this is an all-inclusive kit. This is gonna take a minute to build. That is for sure. Anyway, let's take a quick dive through the plastic and not spend too long at it. So the first of what we've got in here is the LED unit. That is very nice that it is included. It'd want to be at this price, that's for sure. In here, it's just some cardboard. Slides out very nicely. I don't know how much I want to actually unbox this straight off the bye-bye. Get back here, you. So these do not seem to be labeled. We've got one pack of separate parts. That is what that looks like right there. And then the whole battery pack segment right here looking pretty similar, but not identical to what we would have seen with the perfect grades. There's it from that angle. There it is from that angle. That one looks a little bit on the dark side, but yeah, it's not too OTT. This doesn't seem too bad. However, these are just wires. I thought there was meant to be some kind of strip. Maybe I'm missing something? Let's continue. Okay, move those out of the way. I don't see too much point in going through all the individual plastic right off the bat. The MS cage looks a lot more detailed than what we would have seen with the old Master Grade that came with the MS cage. This is all grey plastic so far. This definitely follows a lot of your typical modern Master Grade kind of styling. There isn't a whole lot of detail on the individual parts per se, especially anything that will get covered up sometime in the end. So far, not much in the line of inner frame detail, and hey, this could just be the MS cage. So it looks like we're going to have quite a few repeated parts like these little barrels, etc. These are probably off the Gatling, so if you're not a huge fan of doing the same thing over and over again, this may get a little bit monotonous, so I recommend breaking it up into different days of building instead of doing it all in the one go like I'm gonna have to do. And yeah, we've got a second one of that, so there's gonna be a lot of building, repetitive building on the Gatlings. This here looks like more of the MS cage. That's it right there. This looks like some of the shields and the inner frame. Once again, any kind of detail or parts on these just seems to be functional rather than something to look nice. Next up, we've got a bazooka in here. Looking very cool, but I don't see it looking very extreme. This looks fairly regular Master Grady so far. We've got a multicolor runner A here, and wow, I've seen that backpack so many times. We've got stickers! Oh my god! Are you serious? Master Grade Extreme, and you need stickers for the V-fin? Really? Seriously? Really? Oh man, I thought they'd come pre-painted or separated. I have to be missing something. That can't be the only choice. These ones, fair enough. I understand these sort of eye or reflective stickers, but the V-fin... Ooh, ouch. Next up here, we've got some clear parts, so as we'd expect, the full Psycho frame is clear to harness the colors of the LED properly. I'm not sure if they would look better if they were frosted, as frosted plastic tends to, you know, carry light a little bit better than full-on clear, but hey, I guess we will see. We've got two of that exact same runner, once again, because we have a lot of shields in here. Next up, we've got those, ooh, slow reveal on that massive, absolutely massive sheet of Katoki-style decals. These are extremely, extremely intricate, very Katoki-style, lots of little red warnings and informational things that go on hatches, etc. And the only thing that's really, well, different is the 01 that goes up on the shoulders. We've got some white ones here of the R3, L4, which I assume goes on the shields, maybe? So some more of the parts for building the shields and the joints, nothing too exciting in here, but we do have some pre-posed hands, which is something we're seeing with a lot of perfect grades lately. The posable ones are great and all, but they're not the most secure in the long run, so these are great for holding weapons. So that is something I do like to see. Next up here, and yeah, it seems like we're seeing some of the head armor. Whoa, what's that? Now that is unique! So this guy here, I'm not going to say any spoilers or anything, just in case you have never watched Unicron, so I won't say anything, but I'm surprised that is included in this kit. That's a very cool little minifigure. That is something I've never seen before. He's got a lot of dynamicness and depth to his clothing. And once again, if you've never seen Unicron, you need to see Unicron. But as I was going to say, we do not have any color on the V-fin, so you're going to have to stick with some stickers for that, or paint it, which is a little bit of a disappointment to me. Next up then, we've got the base. So this is a good deal smaller than what we would have seen with the perfect grade, of course. So this will be a lot more shelf friendly for those of you who have smaller shelves. and it gives me a good indication of what size this will be in its final display. This is big enough, but not too big. A lot bigger than the MS Cage we would have seen with the previous Master Grade, but once again, a lot smaller than we would have seen with the Perfect Grade Exia or the Perfect Grade Unicorn. Next up, we've got some more of the parts that make up the base. I assume they look like some struts and stuff. We've got some articulation on there. That actually looks like a stand. Pretty cool. And hey! Just in case you've probably guessed it at this point, but I've looked at nothing about the Master Grade EX since its announcement because, well, it excites me to actually experience it firsthand. And yes, these parts are actually frosted. So that should look really cool when the LEDs are catching in that. Oh, that is nice. Besides the color though, it does look pretty similar to what we would have seen so many thousands of times with the Unicorn, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Next up, we've got some more armor. Once again, there isn't really much in the lines of panel lines or detail. We've got a single little line on that segment of the shoulder there, but with something as detailed as the Unicorn, a lot of the panels actually open up, so you don't really need lining where there doesn't need to be any. It's going to look fantastic and liney enough already. We've got some more gray plastic, and this is some more inner frame. So once again, if you're someone who is a inner frame detail connoisseur, this may disappoint you. It's all just functional aspects and connection points. Next, now we've got some more of that frame, or should I say cage. It looks like we've got a lot of little notches here, which usually means there's display options, raising things up, lowering things down, opening things up, closing them up, and kind of tilting them. I'm not exactly sure what those do just yet, but I cannot wait to find out. Next up, some more armor like we've seen before. So for some reason, the shields don't get frosted clear plastic. There's probably a reason for that. It maybe makes them shine a little more. Who knows? I guess once again, we'll find out once it's built. Some more armor next, and we do have some lining on these, actually quite a bit. This is going to be one extremely detailed Gundam right here. Just for the sake of seeing some of this armor, I'll actually take it out of the packaging. The color is a very brilliant pure white. The plastic actually feels like it's got a little bit of a matte finish, a slightly semi-matte finish, which is very, very nice to the touch. This is not the same as what we would have seen before on the standard Master Grade Unicorn Gundam. Try and get a little bit closer in there so you can see it doesn't really reflect the light so much. It diffuses it quite nicely. And once again, the detailing is crisp and looking good. So we've got some more clear parts. So some are frosted and some are clear. These look like they might be... Actually, I'm a little bit confused. I'm not sure why some are clear, some are opaque. Maybe these ones pipe the light a little better, these diffuse it a little better. I can't wait to see what the actual combination of different clear parts will do to the final kit. Last set of clear parts in here, we've got some very bog standard beam sabers. These are from 2006, so they are reused. I don't know if it's just me, but if you're getting some extreme Master Grade at the price this comes at, I would expect to see some extreme beam effects, even if they were just a little bit more, well, vigorous. You know, a little bit more like dispersing energy, just something a little bit more dynamic than just a standard set of beams. But hey, I don't know how many people are actually going to display their Unicorn with the beams out, so there is that as well. On this runner, we do have the clear parts for the eyes, so that is in this completely clear. So this isn't the opaque one, so I'm not sure how that will work in the eyes. Once again, as of now, super confused as to why some are opaque, some are not, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. Next up in here, we've got Runner O, which is oof. This is reused from 2007 as well, so the Beam Magnum uses the exact same magazine that we would have seen with the old Master Grade, and once again, I don't like to see reused parts in here. I know this is such a small little thing, but to see some repurposed parts from that kit is a bit, come on, Bandai, you could have went the whole 9 yards with this. Made it truly extreme. Lastly then is what I was looking for earlier on, and this is the LED strips. This is all one piece, so this is quite the cool design. I'm assuming this up here, or this down here, is the head, runs down to the arms, these run into the legs, and it's flat, very flexible, and I probably should keep that to a minimum, not break it before the review, but so far, this is impressive and cool. Anyway, that right there is it for the review. I'll throw up some pictures of what this thing looks like finished, just so you can get a general idea I'm not sure how long this will take me to build, but if you have anything you want to see in the review or questions you want answered, then drop them right now down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you want one of your own, link down there in the description, 5% off at Hobbylink Japan. As always, make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews, and I will see you next time.